Alright, my stream, I believe, is on. That damn bird in the background, too.
Are we doing a 4v4?
4v4.
Sorry, 2v2.
Griffin, we added a feature.
New feature, we promised. They said it on live stream. I haven't clicked.
He's busted.
Is it alright? Wait, are we already on live?
Oh, we are live.
Oh, dang.
Hey
Thomas,
everyone.
Thomas will mute you, and you can only communicate through sound effects.
Ah, okay.
Okay, no soundboards while I'm streaming.
Not even a drum?
That's a rule. Yeah, not the, how are we supposed to communicate? Yeah.
Someone should play the knocking song while we're streaming.
Ugh. All the viewers are tweaking.
So, are you the Steam live stream, Griffin, or is there?
Say again?
Who's in? Like, is the Steam live stream up already?
I'm on the. I've got the YouTube live stream.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Oh wait,
Congrats.
should I capture display so that I can hear you guys?
Sure. Fellington says 1v1 me, Griffin. Yeah. And your game is up, right, Aaron?
My game?
Is your game up?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll host for us. Let me just
Wait,
restart.
wait. Let's make sure my live stream works first. Somebody will have to go check.
Okay. Our event got approved.
Oh, okay.
It says ends in 1 minute though.
Uh-oh. Okay, I got 1 minute to do this. Can somebody go check the page?
I see something that's live. What are you streaming right now?
That's enough.
Our event got approved. Yeah, I think that I hear you.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Can somebody go check the page?
Yeah, it's live.
Cool.
That part is live. If I go to our store page, is it showing up? Nope. How do we get the store page to show the stream?
I think you have to click the button on the event.
On the event?
Something. Let me go read the page again.
Could it be a cookies thing?
No, I went into incognito as well.
Oh, you have to add the account you intend to stream with. Where do you do that?
This is just such a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't make it easy to do. And there's no, yeah.
You guys read that yet?
What?
You read that?
Read what?
What I posted?
No.
They don't make it easy to do. No,
And there's
I
no-
hear
Oh, I
myself.
know.
You guys read
Thomas,
that?
I'm on that.
Oh, okay. You read that?
But like, you gotta whitelist people. You gotta
Turn this off. There we go.
set the cookies. You gotta.
Set the cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, our game shows up. Which is good. The stream doesn't show up though. Alright, I'll host a game for the devs. They're gonna see the password I put in though, so
Whoops.
We gotta get in there quick. Are we? Should I bother streaming? Because if you set the thing up, I'm
I'll do it tomorrow. I wouldn't do I don't know how to do it. I don't know how. I hosted a game. I'll open the slots now, and I'll just kick anybody who's not you guys.
Alright,
Tubbs
I'm
is
gonna
in.
start streaming.
Yep. Doesn't work. So I don't want fort maps. I like Homestead, that's a good map. And then we'll do it in the spring at dawn with a little bit of rain.
Alright, I'm gonna hop in.
Okay.
dev game.
2 wooden cannons. How many wooden cannons can I get?
Oh jeez.
I have a limit of 2. Oh, damn. Pick your colors, too. Because you guys are duplicate colors on my screen.
Why is there a...
Oh, I got booted. Did somebody try to join that was not supposed to? I'll try that again. I think my Steam disconnected?
You need to go out of the battles and go back into it.
Yeah, I think my Steam is... Let me restart Steam. I hope Steam's not
Hey.
down again. Can you guys see if Steam is down?
Uh-oh.
That would be
I'll
horrible.
check.
Because my Steam,
Griffin.
I got fully disconnected. What's up?
When do you think the Boshan War should be available?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I'd say tomorrow. All right, my Steam should be fine. By the way, anybody who has the game, the campaign system is down right now, but we're going to put out a patch tonight to fix it. So for now, just stick with the battles, and then in like an hour, we should have that patch out. It'll be out tonight. Yeah, Steam was down earlier today, so it's a little finicky. Steam wouldn't let you buy anything earlier. Yep. All right, I'm gonna host the game. I'll call it devs. Game is up. Rooms are open.
Guy.
You guys need to join because we got another guy who really wants to be part of this match.
I need to
I'll just
boot
leave
up.
them here until they're ready.
Yeah.
I would say.
Are you guys gonna join, or what are we doing here?
Oh, I'm getting there.
The room's already full of everybody
I'm
now.
getting here as well.
All right, dwarf is in. Aaron.
I'm still booting up.
Oh my god.
Still
No.
booting up.
Come on, give me a break. Okay, yeah, it's still loading.
Oh my
Why did
gosh.
you restart?
What?
Why did you restart?
I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do.
Thank you, Zucchini. Zucchini ass for the $2. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Zucchini ass.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zucchini.
He says, I love your content. Keep up the good work. And he put a peach as well.
Yes, Southerner.
I think so. Hello, I love your content. And he's got the little Georgia peach. Aaron, I'm dying here, man.
Oh, gee, man. Oh, I found it. Okay, I'm in.
There you go.
Alright, Gio, let's do this.
Uh-oh.
What?
Teams, do you think these teams are balanced?
Oh, yeah, we got this, dude.
We could swap them around if you guys want. Oh, we gotta pick our colors. Going
So much
black.
play the Imperial on your guys' side.
What was that?
So much play Imperial
Well,
on your
play
side.
with what you're most comfortable with. I'm already showing off the Shogunate, so they will, and they're gonna be looking at my stream, so you guys can choose whatever you'd like. I just equipped pole arms, which we have new spearmen, which is fun. Who else do I want? I have 10 points left. Seems good to me. All right, ready up, Aaron?
Aaron, are you bringing artillery?
Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, I am.
Alright.
Okay, let's see. All right, hopefully it doesn't break.
Oh.
Please don't break. When we
That
test
would
on
be
when we
cool.
test on our own, it works. When you live stream it, everything wants to break.
Yeah. I hear the cricket.
I hear some crickets too. Don't you break on us. Also, I had someone join and leave the lobby about 6 times just to really ensure. As 2 guys kept taking
Rub it
slots
in.
and leaving and taking slots and leaving. Is it? Oh, I'm in. Thank
in.
God, dude. I was holding my breath. I've never played on this map before. It's new. Also, if anybody's wondering, I'm playing with a new faction that comes out, I think tomorrow. It's the Shogunate faction. And you can give them spears too, which is very fun. Okay, I think I'm ready. How do you feel now that the game is fully released, my old buddy Griff? Well, Jack, my old buddy. It's good. It's nice, I suppose. Doesn't feel much different, but it feels very relieving now that it's now that it's out. Hannibal, I made this map. I just haven't played on it because I've just been building it in the background, and then it only went public today, so I had no one to play this map with. I did pick my color, but I think we're all blue. Not that it matters because we're all different factions, but I think the color picker got disabled.
No.
So we'll look into that later.
Alright, Gio, you're in charge of defending my artillery.
Who am I? I'm against Geo with his red shirt army.
Thomas, it's me and you.
The move sound are so good.
Yeah, they sound good. I like this map. This map looks nice. It's nice and open.
Alright, who's min-maxing already?
Who did that? Thomas?
What do
Nah,
you
it's
mean?
me. It's taking forever.
What?
Just move your guys up.
Also, one other minor bug. Again, this doesn't matter too much. The ally of you is orange along with the enemies instead of being blue with you.
Oh, interesting.
But that's as long as you can see your own troops, that should be fine for now.
Oh, Thomas, you're going down.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, jeez, man. Fighting you?
What are we doing here? That's gonna take this guy forever. I'll take that away. Of course, Thomas is blocking my path over here, taking up the whole board. There you go. Just gotta find a good place to set up my cannons. If you guys haven't played this in a while, we added new artillery formations, so artillery is a lot different than it used to be. Alright, I think I have an idea.
Oh, that's
Okay, I think I'm happy with this. He can just go on that hill though, so let's do that. I think that's everything I want to do. Tom's taking the hill already. I guess you're there pretty much too.
Oh, thanks the intel, Griffin. Cha-ching.
Well, which hill am I talking about?
Uh-oh.
The new arrows look really slick. I like how they look. Uh-oh, you got artillery set up.
Nice.
Wow.
First blood.
What the hell are you guys doing over there already? You guys are already tangled in your... Me and Gio are forming like a front line. We've got like a gentleman's setup here.
会津歩兵藩の歩兵会津歩兵藩の歩兵新選組
I think I'm happy with those orders.
成し遂げます
Zucchini, thank you for another $2. Have some more. Love your game. Thanks, Zucchini.
Ah, zucchini.
We love Zucchini, man. We got like a moronic battle developing on Aaron's side here. You guys
I
are
had to pick my name.
clashing and spinning through each other. What a mess over there. Gio and I have nice symmetrical front lines.
Yeah, you got the big open field. We got the hills and the.
Yeah.
It's a mess over here, man.
These are my bold samurai.
Uh-oh.
I heard a cannon being wheeled. That may have been
I
me
would
though.
worry about it.
I got my wooden cannons.
Why is there a limit on those?
Because they barely used them, so it's like... I don't like to give players the opportunity to buy... and they're super cheap. They're the cheapest artillery in the game. So if I could buy an army of 10 wooden cannons or 20 wooden cannons, and that's my entire composition, I have limits on everything in the game besides basic line infantry. Just so players don't spam. If you go sandbox mode, that's removed. But if you are playing like in ranked mode and somebody brings in 20 cannons, it's kind of a cheesy strategy to fight against. Whether it's effective or not, it's just not fun to fight against, I find.
Fair enough.
会津歩兵木星大砲藩の歩兵会津歩兵遊撃隊新選組藩の歩兵会津歩兵会津歩兵木星大砲
Do I have any other troops? I do not.
新選組
Alright. It's tough.
会津歩兵新選遊撃隊
Alright.
成し遂げます
One of you is going to die in like 2 turns. On your side. Like, it's just all going to be over. I don't know who's going to come out.
It's a mess over here.
Yeah,
man.
ours we have like a nice front line developed.
I completely forgot. I sent artillery over to you, Gio, but I gotta bring them back. It is not looking good over here for either of us. Also, you guys have so many units. We're so close together, me and Thomas.
Yeah, you guys are...
These are spread
On
across
top
the
of
map
each
and we're
other.
in a tiny clump.
Yeah. Ouch.
I like that horn.
Yep.
Alright, I even things up over here, Gio.
That's good.
Griffin, this is not looking good.
It's not looking good. Okay. You can come retreat to my area. We have... Gio and I haven't really lost anybody yet. We're just kind of sizing each other up.
I'm kind of stuck in between a hill.
Yeah, and he has... Oh, he doesn't have rifles. You don't have any weapons. You have one
I got
rifle.
one rifle.
Okay. All right, that's not too bad. If you have breech loaders, you just double shoot him and he can't do anything about it.
Oh, you'll see. Uh-oh.
Artillery is set up. That's good. All right, let's see what we do here.
藩の歩兵会津歩兵木星大砲8ポンド野戦砲会津歩兵木星大砲 会津歩兵藩の歩兵
Just scare him.
遊撃隊新選組遊撃隊新選組会津歩兵 木星大砲
This guy I can use.
会津歩兵
See how you're doing. That's not bad, Thomas. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's salvaged a little bit here. It was looking rough
I
last
mean,
turn.
he's only got what 4 units? Yeah, you're gonna do fine. And that Lancer who ran in your back.
Have you guys lost anyone on your side?
No, I don't think I've taken 1 H. Yeah, no HP.
They
Only 2
haven't taken
cohesion.
any damage over there, dude.
Yeah.
命令を分かりました
I'm down a unit. One guy's ready to die.
If you move your button over the fire at will, it shows the wrong tooltip. Let me see. No, that... Oh, cavalry is a type of subclass. Okay. Alright, I'll write that down. Let me put that down. Release issues at Griffin. Fix tooltip for fire at will. I'll rewrite that. 50 SEK. Is that like Korean? Let's see. SEK is Swedish krona. Okay, I was way off. I don't know why I said Korean. I got 50 krona, which is $1 US. Any possibility on a broader ability for user-made mods? Steam Workshop. I don't think so. It's our first game, so we just didn't build it with tons of infrastructure in mind for... Oh, charges going in. There we go. We didn't build it with a ton of infrastructure for mod capability as our first game. But if we make more games in the future, I think that's something we'll think about. Oh, we got our side charge in. Alright, we got combat here. Uh-oh. Clash didn't do any damage. Yeah, I noticed that. That's odd. I'll take a screenshot of that and I'll write it
Yeah,
down.
this is a bloodbath over here.
It's about to become one over here as well, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Are you losing over there, Aaron?
It's pretty bad for both of us.
Okay.
No, let's put it like this. You guys won't have teammates when we're done.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna finish this unit off. Geo, ready? Surprise charge out of the forest. And we're going in. Done.
木星大砲会津歩兵藩の歩兵会津歩兵木星8ポンド野戦砲木星大砲藩の歩兵木星大砲会津歩兵新選組遊撃隊
Thomas, do you want any units? I've got one little skirmisher by your flank I could send you.
No, I think I'm doing good.
Okay.
新選組
Okay.
木星大砲
You just get so many units with the Shogunate. I think I just got some won from an actual Korean now. South Korean won. There we go. He says, any plans to make a 20th or 21st century version of not of this game? Maybe for games in the future we can cover more modern topics, but Fire Maneuver will not be ported to the modern day. Love your content. Korean currency is called won, by the way. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you for the 7,500 won.
That's cool.
It's cool that of the 200 viewers, one happened to be Korean who was sent us some money. Oh, we got 300 now, I think, or 291. That's nice.
I was also...
Oh, I didn't have my turn. I'm sorry.
承知しました
That's
There we
okay.
Only 50 more minutes.
50 minutes to the build?
Yeah.
50 more, or it's been 50?
Wait,
More.
Griffin, you didn't
Okay.
turn?
I ended my turn. Did you guys end all your turns?
No waiting, sorry, I guess.
Oh, thank God.
Phew, that scared me, yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was Thomas.
What do you mean? You
Gio,
kidnapped my guys.
I'm charging like everything. Okay, you may have dodged that one. I might hit you in the rear though with the
Oh.
infinite charging bug. We'll see.
I just barely saved that guy.
Like, how did you? That was
I
my
know.
first order. How did you get 2 orders off?
No, it's only the one. I moved in, front line.
Oh, okay. My
Moved in
screen looked like.
prioritize.
Yeah. And of course, these guys won't shoot now. Bro. What's the surrender hockey, Aaron?
Alt F4.
That's so dirty that you can charge and then pull out of the charge and then shoot it with a cannon. Oh, you're out of range. Just out of range. Okay, yeah. I won't hit you. I'm going after Aaron's cannon in the back.
Help! Gio! Get something.
Oh, I think I killed the column here. There we go, I got him.
Gio.
I needed your help, Aaron. And not,
What? You and Griffin are
this
having a tea
artillery was
party.
supposed to save my right side. That's what
You and
that's what
Griffin
you
were having a tea party. And we were getting torn apart over
スポンド野
here.
戦砲会津歩兵藩の歩兵
Actually, I'll do that first.
会津歩兵新選組
Oh, we forgot to add the pinging system
Oh, that
for
is
2v2s, yeah.
木星大砲
I was gonna go ping. Thomas, you see what I'm doing by this, like, center-ish? The unit you just moved, yeah.
彼らがそれに気づくことはないでしょう
This melee's still going on.
Aaron, how many dudes you got left there? 5.
6. Well, one of them's on Gio's front.
Okay.
Franco
How many do you
Prussian.
have?
6 as well.
Dude, this is rough.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
Yeah. I got
Gee, I'm
12.
Gio, I'm just glad you're winning on your front.
Yeah.
Alright, who's... Okay. Why would you go to square?
Oh, they just wiped
All
each other
angles.
out. Oh, I forgot about that unit. I think he's dead. That's not good.
Gio, things are taking a turn over here.
Oh, Aaron, things are going much better over here now.
I'm about to charge it. How do I cancel an order? Oh.
Oh.
Should be a rear
Yeah.
shot.
I really like the
or front
visuals.
hit. Oh, they tried to move and took attrition.
Gio, everything's collapsing over here.
Yep. Yep. I hear you.
These guys ran. The cowards.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, I never really wrote what this game was called in the title of the... Yeah. I'll write in the title of the stream.
Gio, he's got reinforcements.
Called Fire and Maneuver, and it just came out on
Yep,
Steam.
you can look on Steam. I didn't know you could get that close to the units. If you hit Shift-C, it goes cinematic mode, and you can get really close to the ground. I think if you go to controls, yeah, cinematic mode, you can set your own key for that as well. I should probably set it to something more convenient, because I use it all the time.
新選組
Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Move, shoot,
新選組
shoot. Actually, charge.
遊撃隊会津歩兵藩の歩兵会津歩兵
Alright, Aaron, you're winning, right?
スポンド野戦砲
In a way, yeah.
木星大砲
I think this might be Aaron's last turn.
No, I still got 1 or 2 left in me.
ご命令を分かりました
Oh,
Thomas, I don't know how things turned so quickly.
Yeah, I got wiped out over there.
They're coming for me, Geo. Oh no. Don't tell me you shot at them, Thomas.
No, I wish.
They're getting out of there. First chance.
Oh, charging in. Oh, you moved.
Yeah, I should have gotten that cannon out of here.
The middle cannon, Aaron.
Oh, no, that's the cannon's fine. I mean the one on my side.
What do you have left, Aaron? Do you have...
Nothing.
Okay.
I have one cannon on Geo's side.
Well, you've got
Everything
efficiency,
else
Thomas,
is
so just come in a column and come sweep over.
Geo, you're about to get some reinforcements. Well, not you,
Not,
but...
not mine. Not mine.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aaron.
会津歩兵
Oh, you don't have to thank me.
反の歩兵8ポンド野戦砲
I don't even know what to do.
木星大砲会津歩兵
I feel sorry for this cavalry unit, Aaron.
Just
He's
give him
got-
safe passage, dude.
He's got about 14 fire orders on him right now. He's
Give him
done.
safe passage, come on. He can't hurt anybody, he's got 1 HP left.
I think that's all I want to do.
会津歩兵木星大
Yeah.
砲
If you guys want to join our Discord and learn how to play, if it looks confusing at all, or you're just curious about the game, I will post a link to our Discord. I'd love to see you guys there. I participate in the Discord all the time, so join that link, and we can even interact together potentially.
Oh my gosh, Geo, you've got 4 units left.
And they're all gonna do good work real quick.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. I've got a bold new plan on my front.
Oh, I never had my turn.
Look at that discussion, Aaron. Oh, you walked through me! Oh, gosh, okay.
One last hurrah. Oh, that's funny. Dang, I should have shot at them with my artillery.
Sweep them
会
up.
津歩兵
Geo, you're running.
Oh, I'm running.
What do you mean?
I'm going back to Italy, man. I'm out of here. See ya.
Wait, I think my artillery survived. Oh, never mind.
Is this it on percentage? No, 19. We
Uh-oh.
need 81 out of 85%. Oh, I'm charging this cannon. You ready?
Yeah.
Hold.
And at the end of the turn, I'll do 2 points of damage. I don't think that's
my
gonna
last
be-
unit, Geo. You gotta save him. No, just shoot him in the back, dude. Leave him
I'm gonna
behind.
kill him. I'll put him out of his misery.
You're shooting Aaron's guy?
新選組
Somebody has to.
Oh, yeah, that's my last piece.
会津歩兵
You can't even shoot him, dude. You're limbered. Oh wait, no, but you're not slow.
I'm not.
会津歩兵木星大砲承知しました
Alright, Aaron, I'm coming for that last piece of artillery.
Nah, Griffin already got it.
This was probably the last turn.
Griffin. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting interaction.
What?
Artillery can't flee from a battle because
That's
they're
correct.
not limbered. Is
That's
that
correct.
intended?
That's intentional. Yeah. So you basically
That's pretty cool.
the issue before is people would just their artillery would get charged, they just walk away as they're in melee, and then someone would fire in. But now if your battery gets charged, you have to go put in extra troops to save it instead of
cool.
yeah. I prefer it too.
Trying to
Mr.
drag your guns out of the.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to leave the melee so that if you set up your gun, you shoot Aaron's soldier instead of me.
Sorry, Aaron.
Oh, you didn't, did you, Geo?
Does the fire order go through? It may not, because now I'm
Nice.
out of range. I'm out of range.
Um,
Oh, it did!
Geo, why'd you tell him? We lost. It's over.
I ended us.
That was horrendous.
I told you I was gonna put us out of our misery. I'm going back to Italy.
Griffin, you got a question on the street?
Oh, yeah. 550 R. Is that rubles or is it. What is that? I always like to learn about the different currencies. R currency. Let's see. It is South African Rand. Or Rand.
Whoa.
Dang.
I think. It would be cool if you could translate it into other languages. Yeah, we considered that, and it was difficult, and I think we are not going to do that. I think it's just the game is like we have spent so long on it. It's there are other things that we would have had to make sacrifices in other spots, and we just didn't have enough time, or honestly, it even came down to funding too. It's like if you can only operate for a certain amount of weeks during full-time development of the game, you've got only so many tasks you have time for. So if it's between like adding the Boshin War or translating the game, I'd rather add in all that new content. But we'll see. If the game has a future and people are enjoying it, we could always look into it. But honestly, it's probably unlikely that we do that. I did translate the store page so people can at least read about the game, but the game itself, I don't know if we can do that.
GG.
GG.
We almost had him, Aaron. Look at those percentages.
So close, dude.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was
No,
fun. That was a good
yeah,
match.
No, that's
50%. Oh man.
Aaron, check the Discord for my moves on your cow.
Where? Dev?
In a dev discussion, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. And all of that just for you to get into a clash and take damage.
Does it have a custom mode? Yeah, you can do custom battles. Yep. So you have, on the main menu here, you have scenario battles you can play. Okay. You have campaigns, too. Though we're putting out a fix. Right now the campaign mode suddenly broke as soon as we were released, which is quite frustrating. So we're putting out a fix for that today, and very soon, actually. Very soon that'll be fixed. And then you also have custom battles, so you can join a lobby or do custom. And you can add AI. And then you have quick match as well. And yeah, that should be about everything. It's a good soundboard, yeah. I like the Japanese campaigns here. These will be added, I think, even tomorrow. Tomorrow or the day after, we'll get the Japanese campaigns in with the Boshin War DLC.
Do we want to do one more round, or are we done?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I could dabble.
Okay. I'll host another battle. I'll restart my game in case we had an error at some point and I break it, just to be safe.
Oh, is that Fun Police?
Where? Oh, was he in the server? Hi, Fun
hello.
Police.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Saw you in the chat, Fun Police.
Can I go get a drink?
Yeah, go get a drink.
Nice.
I get my whiskey.
Oh, we drinking?
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna spike my orange juice. Be right back.
Okay, mimosas. That's good.
We have about 10 minutes left with Aaron before he's
Congrats on Fire and Maneuver coming out.
Yeah, thank you. I'll do some more streaming and stuff, I think, this weekend. Boshin War DLC still has to come out, too. So we're kind of, like, moving into launch right now. It's not like a hard launch. It feels kind of like it'll just, over the next few days, we're launching, as we get the DLC out and the patches out and stuff. But hopefully by this weekend, we're all cleared up.
Yeah, very excited for Boshin War.
Alright, the room will be up shortly. I'll have the viewers... Do you guys want to suggest a faction that you'd like to see me play as?
Man, he's copy meager.
Actually,
Let
let me do rifles. Yeah,
Are
why
you
don't you
guys
guys...
in need of a player?
I think we're full. Fun, please. I'd play with
No
you though.
problem.
If I'm still streaming and the devs leave, then
No
I'd play with you.
worries.
Otherwise, this weekend, Fun, please. I'd love to play a battle that we stream.
Sure, absolutely.
People are saying Germans, Russian, Ottoman, Prussia, Brits, Germans. A lot of Germans. They always love seeing the Germans, man. I don't feel like playing German, so why don't somebody else take the Germans? So at least they're in the game.
We had a Germany last game.
Yeah, we had a Germany last game. People are saying Russia as well. I'll put a poll out. I just don't really feel like playing as Germany because it's played as a lot. And I'll put the suggestions I'm seeing. Let's see here.
I'm surprised they don't see the
Britain's
Shogun
good, too.
factions.
What else? I guess Ottomans was also, or France probably. Austria. Okay, I'll put Austria in. There you go.
Dude.
There's your 4 options.
I was gonna say do Confederate because they have the funny accent.
Confederate's fun. I do enjoy them. Damn, a lot of people are saying Austria now. I think the votes, though, are pretty split. It's like 25% on
Ooh,
almost everything.
Imperial Court.
Britain might win out, though. Let's see. I think Britain and Austria are the favorites, but it's kind of bouncing between them. Austria's almost overtaking Britain now.
They're all pretty close though.
Yeah, they're
There's
all
no,
really
like, standout.
close. Oh my gosh, look how close it is between everything. I don't know. There's 300 of you here and 100 votes. Can more of you guys vote? Russia is like a quantity faction here, and they're disorganized. Imperial Court is Japan, and they're new. Britain is like very few units, but they're highly disciplined. And then Austria is a lot of like skirmishers and some shock units. So you guys can vote based on that.
Are we doing early this time around again? Or
We're going to do late this time, so everything's going to get a lot deadlier and even quicker.
Griffin, if I can get it to work, can I stream?
Yeah.
Cool.
Aw, you wanted to, little guy.
I've never streamed on my channel before.
Oh, you want
Wow.
to stream on your YouTube channel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. All right, it seems like Russia actually won, which is interesting because no one in the chat was saying Russia, but I think they won out. Almost all the votes are split between 23 to 27%. So, all right, we'll go with the Russians. I haven't played them as them in a while, so I think that'd be fun to do. Thing is, I just played a melee swarm faction, so I'm gonna do that again, but that's all right. Slots
Oh.
are open for you guys. What's up, Seb?
Somebody wanted to see all the nations again to see the animals and insignias.
I'll show that later. We could do a siege battle and have the defenders take less troops. Let me kick this guy. There we go. Aaron, are you joining?
Yes, 1 second.
Should we try a siege? Or do you want to do just a pitched battle and not worry about walls and forts?
That could be cool.
Let me see here. Paris takes a little too long. Honshu Fortress is a new Japanese fort, which is kind of fun. It's really difficult, though, because it's super elevated. Daryl Pass is a Caucasus Russian fort. Lakeside Fortress is really cool. I think this is actually the prettiest map between Honshu and Lakeside. Do you guys want the Honshu Japanese fortress with the castle, or Lakeside, which has got a big water ocean kind of thing? Oh, well, it's a lake around it. What do you guys think? Lakeside or Honshu? One person says Honshu, another says Honshu, Lakeside, Lakeside, Honshu, Honshu, Lakeside. Oh my god, they're going to split it again. I see an even amount. It just goes back and forth. Honshu Lake, Honshu Lake, Honshu Lake. Jesus Christ. I'll pick Honshu because it's a new map. How about that? They're both technically new, but this one's Japanese. This one's just very tough. So whoever's defending, I'm going to make you get less units. So Thomas, I would spend it so you have 200 points left over. Because this is... So you have 200 funds left over. That you're not allowed...
You know my team not count for anything?
Alright, you guys can spend the full amount. I won the last game. But Gio, you might take another loss now because this is really tough to fight on, this fort. It's surrounded by a giant moat as well.
I'll reduce the amount of funds I have.
Just have 100 left over for both of you. Just have 100. Because there's a...
Alright, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have elite infantry in your roster?
Not really. I mean, I do, but it's all melee focused, and which is not bad for a siege because you want to push and just rush in. You could pick Russia too if you want, because they have a lot of... It's all shock and then melee infantry, so you can just rush inside the fort. Because your shots don't do anything in hard cover unless you bombard the fort, which I am intending on doing. So
I'm bringing a bunch of range drill for that. That range drill does damage through forts, right?
Yes, it does. Oh, dude, the Crestiani, these guys, that's great.
Wait,
Bunch of cheap
Are we
Crestiani.
defending or attacking?
You guys are defending.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I might need to reconsider this build there. Maybe not. Let's see.
60 points left. 50 points left. I get a rifle. Who am I hearing Cristiani through? Is that Fun Police? Yeah, Fun Police I hear. I'll just turn you down a little bit.
I gotta pick my units.
You haven't picked your units yet, Aaron? What are you doing?
No, I set up my stream. I didn't know what I was doing.
Where do I get this fire and maneuver game? I will link you guys to the game, and I'll link you to the Discord. So the game is on Steam here. I will post it. There you go. And then... Damn, why does the chat look like it's moving way faster now?
Check
Okay.
DMs, Aaron.
Check the items.
There we go.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, there are your guys' links. You got the Steam page and the Discord. Thummy, you just bought it? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Is it still free or paid? It was free for a year during early access. Now that it's out of early access and there's a lot more content in it, and we actually took the DLC and a lot of the DLC and rolled it into the base game, it's now a paid game. But what's it called? We'll probably go on sale in maybe a month or something like that. We'll see. I think we're in a strategy fest as well, so if you can't get it now, you could wait, but I wouldn't bank on it. Whenever that strategy fest happens, I'm not sure. Thank you for the $2, Mr. Eugene Node Revel. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'm hoping for a Spanish faction or Triple Alliance DLC. We'll see. The thing about Spain is more likely, it almost feels like, because the Triple Alliance requires 3 factions. Technically, the countries of the Triple Alliance were Uruguay, Brazil, and Argentina fighting Paraguay, so technically 4, but then we'd have to roll Uruguay into like Brazil as like an auxiliary troop, and then even then you still got 3 factions, which is even bigger than the Boshin War DLC. And the idea of South America being more popular than Japan and the samurai is a little bit tough. If players want it though, and we make enough money, then we'd be able to do that. But I think the game's niche enough. It's small that I don't know. We'll see. It's I really couldn't promise it. Before it felt a little more likely that we could, but I think now that the game's kind of run at the end of its development, it's less likely. I wouldn't say no to it, but I definitely couldn't say yes. So we just have to wait and see. And Geo, this map is all on a gigantic hill, so with a moat surrounding it as well. It's like it's a double stacked hill. It's double tier, so they get like tons of range and a fort. I'd say it's probably the hardest siege map. Did you guys leave any points left over, or did you spend everything?
Oh, we spent it down to that.
Okay.
I left 100 left.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Aaron, what? Aaron, deploy in the hill. Where are you going?
I can't.
You can't?
No.
You can't deploy
What the
directly in the
hell?
fort. You need to take like a turn just to move into it.
I'm on the other side of the map.
Oh, this is devastating for us.
Oh, come on.
Wait, why? Where are
No.
you, Thomas? You can't develop or deploy in the fort?
I can, but he can.
Yeah, because
We're
he's on the
actually
flanks.
through.
He covers the flanks, and then he can approach it.
Oh, Thomas, this is not good.
What did you buy, Aaron? Artillery? All artillery?
I've got a few artillery.
Okay. I mean, you have the hills. Yeah, no, that's not gonna help you.
Is it good that I went all cavalry, Aaron? And I'm gonna charge that side.
Oh my gosh. Nice idea, Thomas.
No, it's gonna be like this.
Oh, this is not good. Yeah, that flank is just gone.
I'm glad you picked Austria, Gio, because that was the one they also wanted to see. So they're the
I-
Jaegers.
Just wanted to give a big shout out to Seb in the chat.
What do you do?
I just said hi.
Oh.
Thank you.
I have lots of Krestiani, which in Russian translates directly to peasants. So I have a peasant army with no weapons. Well, they have smooth bores, but it's not very good.
6-фунтовая конная артиллерия.
Oh, that's the new Russian voice acting, isn't it?
Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк.
I think.
Крестьяне. 6-фунтовая конная артиллерия.
But Aaron, why are you running away?
Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк.
I was thinking of like getting some people to hell, but you know, no, just.
He has all
You know the
artillery.
defend of it. You need to get to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you might be right. Okay,
Крестьяне.
I'll send one detachment over to hold them off.
4-фунтовая. Гренадеры. Крестьяне.
Okay, I think that's good.
Конечно.
And you brought stuff to bombard with?
Say again?
You brought up artillery gun?
I brought a modern artillery piece, which has 5 range, plus 1 if it's in concentrated, which is 6, plus 1 again if it's on a hill, so 7. But then again, they're on a double tier hill, so I think I kind of lose the bonus. I will
Yeah, I
see
think
what
so.
this thing can do.
Крестьяне.
There is one hill that's very close to the fort that I'm gonna try to position myself on.
1867
You can see the Aaron's Congo line.
The Congo line's on its way.
Oh
This
my
Tom
god.
has so many units. Oh.
Because he's Imperial Japan. They're all breakable though. Look at all their traits. They're a bunch of militia. He got a bunch of levies to defend the fort. This is such a beautiful. Look at this. Look how pretty that is. And this is in
Also-
spring, so you get the cherry blossoms as well.
Map is really good.
Gio, he left me completely in charge of artillery. So he just spammed infantry.
Крестьяне.
You got cavalry, right, Thomas?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Крестьяне.
Alright, I'm getting that
6-фунтовая
going.
конная. Будет сделано, ваше высокопревосходительство.
What's the hotkey for the order page? The space? Yeah, it is.
Man, you better get your ass up here soon.
Dude, I'm trying. I didn't think I'd spawn all the way to the back.
Dude, look at that. I know you guys can't see. That's such a cool picture. I didn't even set this up. When I built this, I didn't set it up to be picturesque in that one. I'll put it in dev discussion. You can view like the bridge with the fort, with the cherry blossoms, with the hills all in one kind of shot, and it just looks really pretty.
I feel like I should have left one cannon on the left side, Thomas.
Yeah, you left the
Yeah,
whole
I
side open. I'm just taking the whole flank over here.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we'll be okay. We can figure this out.
You have a lot of range with those militia on the double tier hills. You see that, Thomas? Right click on your flag and check your range. Just because you're on a double stacked hill firing down.
Oh, do you get double range?
Лейб-гвардии
Oh, yeah,
финляндский
dude.
Yeah,
полк.
you do. You get even more range.
6-фунтовая конная. Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Крестьяне.
Thomas, you gotta hold him back.
Крестьяне.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
At least until I can get up there.
Крестьяне.
Hmm.
Griffin is swarming around the sides.
Крестьяне. Гренадеры.
Well, I got a message from a
6-фунтовое орудие
Polish
образца 1860.
YouTuber.
Крестьяне.
There we go.
Здравствует Господь, ваше высокопревосходительство.
Can you do a video explaining how to play? There is, you know what I'm going to send you guys? I made, and it's a little outdated, so I may redo it. I have a whole channel full of tutorials, so I'm going to link this to you guys. Right there. In-game, there's a tutorial tab that has all of them linked, but here you can see, look, how to fight a player, utilizing terrain, how to use formations, and so on. And then today I'm going to make my new tutorial on the campaigns live. I have not posted the campaign tutorial because campaign's broken right now, but we're putting out a patch very soon tonight that's going to fix it, and then I'll put out that tutorial video. Oh, we have a little bit of combat over here. How's that artillery? Okay, you've got range. Oh, you can't fire on the fort, unfortunately, but you can target all their troops outside the fort. So, Gio, I think you could leave that battery there, and I'll put my battery on a hill that will be able to take out the fort if they use it.
Yeah, I think I'll leave it there and move it up when it's
Yep.
safe.
Alright, Thomas, the Congo line is almost ready.
Артиллерия. Лейб-гвардии
Nice.
финляндский полк. Крестьяне.
They fell in the water.
Крестьяне.
I
Крестьяне.
have so few units, my turn in so quickly.
4-фунтовое орудие образца 1867 года.
Oh my god. That name was so long. Where do I want to face? You're not even using the fort, so...
Крестьяне.
Let me occupy the fort, Thomas. What?
Крестьяне.
No, I just meant in case you wanted to squeak back in there.
Финляндский полк. Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Конечно. Я на пути, ваше высокопревосходительство.
Damn, that looks so good. With the, I got new cannon sprites in as well. I love how you could see the castle in the back blurred, which is really cool. Yeah, I did unique cannon models for all of them. So you see these are brown, right there, because on my unit card they show up as brown. So I went and painted them right there. Those was brown. But then these, the unit card's green, so I painted them green there. And yes, this is turn-based, but it's simultaneous turn, so it feels a little more fluid than just going back and forth. Oh, the artillery train is moving up. That's so stupid. So dumb looking. With Mitrailleuse as machine guns as well.
Griffin, you're Russia, right?
Yeah, I'm Russia.
Oh no.
Yeah, Aaron, you gotta secure that flank. It's not looking too good over there on the left. You need to deploy them guns.
Dude, they're still moving up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was afraid these guys are gonna get targeted. I hope they don't get hurt more.
Thomas, just hold them back. I'm telling you.
Oh my god, those guys don't even have rifle on that double stack hill.
Yeah, this is the hardest map. This is the hardest siege map. You just have to bomb with the artillery, with the concentrated battery, because they're going to take suppression damage, and they're breakable, so they're just going to lose troops from getting hit by artillery.
Just throw more men into the meat grinder. They have to break at some point.
They have no shoes. Oh, they have sandals on, okay. Oh, artillery just went off, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I just... Breach loader just wiped out a whole unit of mine. Jesus.
And there goes my guys.
Yeah. That hill's a death trap.
4-фунтовое орудие образца 1800. Гренадеры. Крестьяне. Шестифунтовая конная артиллерия. Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк.
That's gonna suck. Okay.
Крестьяне.
This is really hard. Don't have many opportunities.
And the artillery hasn't even shown up yet, so...
Yeah, I know. We're just facing
Yeah,
one
in
player
position.
here. Oh my gosh. Gio, if you looking at... I wish I could ping. Your Hungarian Honved. Well, he knows where that is. Or what that is. What you're doing is good. I'll just say that. You've only got 1 or 2 arrows drawn. Where I see those 2 arrows, that's a good idea.
Приказы отправлены. Ваше высокопревосходительство.
What is the inner...
Support
Oh, go ahead.
support is finally deploying.
Oh, finally.
The inner circle is supposed to be the player color, but right now there's a little bug that just makes all the player colors blue. But in the lobby, you're supposed to be able to color this inner color whatever you want. So if you want to be orange or black or whatever, you can identify players by colors. Right now they're all blue though. You can see the mini map like that. Are flag bearers added for the units? We were thinking about that. We could eventually add it, but I just don't think it's too necessary. The issue is we already have a giant flag above the unit, and then doing a flag as well for each sprite, I don't know. And also the flags change between time periods. It's just a lot of work. If we were using 3D models and not 2D sprites that are all, these are all hand drawn. These are 2D sprites drawn from every angle. So it's just a lot of work to edit those. I've been listening to the same song on repeat, I think. I'll listen to the new themes.
I didn't even have the music on. I forgot I disabled.
Oh yeah, the Japanese ones are so good.
Yeah. We're adding more Russian music, more Austrian music, more Italian music, and more British music, and Ottoman music too soon, in the next update, which will be even like maybe a week. The new British one's already in, I think. Men of Harlech, I think, is already in. Look at the, like, defensive line ring around the fort that he's got formed up. How do we even assault this, Gio? This is like a campaign map that's meant if you're like attacking a fort with multiple corps. It's tough. Is the update out? Yes, the update's out.
Artillery.
Крестьяне. Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Крестьяне. Шестифунтовая конная крестьяне. Гренадеры. 4-фунтовое орудие
Oh my
образца.
gosh, the range again.
1860
No.
I'm just getting bogged down on the rivers, man. Italy would have been good for this. This moat is messing us up.
Конечно. Я на пути, ваше высокопревосходительство.
I don't have enough orders for half the shit I need to do.
You want my orders?
Yeah, please.
Quick announcement: the hotfix is live.
Oh, hotfix is live, guys, to the campaign, so campaign should be working. Let me know if it's not. If somebody could get in the chat could go jump in and test that.
It's the battles, to be more specific.
Yeah, you have to test going into a battle before you wouldn't be able to load in. I'm just targeting this guard. Oh, did you move him to reserve or turn around? I think you turned around. Now I'm going to double shoot you with artillery in the back, I think, because you just turned around. Or with the horse artillery. Do you see the... Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Suppressed, yeah.
Do you see the guy I hit?
No.
Did you hit his grenadier over there? The Haken Deutschmeister? Yeah. That's ridiculous with the artillery, dude. That's ridiculous. They're Mitrailleuse machine guns. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's got machine guns on the hill, wrecking everybody. Honestly, Gio, what we're doing with the artillery in the center, where we're just bombing the militia, seems to be doing well.
Wait,
Man, our flank is falling.
Oh,
I-
my
Your
God.
flank is... What do you mean your flank is falling? We're losing all of our... Look at the percentages at the top. We lost everything.
Also, Thomas, I still haven't deployed yet. Only 2 guns have deployed.
Oh my god. I'm losing units left and right here. Stuck in the moat, just getting mowed down.
Oh.
This is ridiculous. And he's doing reserve swaps with breech loaders. Oh my god. So, such a tryhard up there. He needs that sweet victory. Oh, we already had one victory. He's going for a second victory.
Крестьяне. Шестифунтовая лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Крестьяне. Лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. 4-фунтовое орудие образца 1867 года. Крестьяне.
I don't think I have anything else to move. Yeah, that's rough.
Приказы отправлены, ваше высокопревосходительство.
Bashi Bazook lost its shock ability? I don't think they did. Maybe the cavalry did, but not the infantry. The issue we had is the cavalry had shock and I think disorganized, and Ottoman lancers have shock and disorganized, so they're identical to each other. So I just removed the shock from the mounted Bashi Bazook, because the entire advantage of Bashi Bazook is that they're like on foot in hand-to-hand combat. So I kind of just thought maybe if I remove the shock, it kind of differentiates them a bit as just cheaper cavalry. But yeah.
I think they still have shock. I can.
They
check
might.
this.
I forget if we changed it or not.
People didn't like that they didn't have shock, so I think it got
Yep.
added back. But
Okay, please charge in. Yes, we got another charge off. Thomas, I'm just hoping to put all your guys in the melees as quickly as I can.
Yeah, I've noticed that seems to be the shit over here. You managed to screw up my plans pretty well, to be honest.
I'm tearing apart Geo over here.
One thing as well, if you find the game a little slow, we added a fast forward button in single player. We're thinking of adding it to multiplayer as well. But if you're ever bored by the deployment where troops are just slowly marching up to the front, you now have a fast forward button to get you through the turns quickly. And then when it's combat like this, you don't have to use that fast forward button. But during the initial deployment phase, you can. So if you tried it a year ago and it was a little too slow, then I recommend just trying out the fast forward and seeing if that makes it better.
Aaron, we're getting kind of exposed right now. It's not looking too good.
You guys are about to get messed up.
Yeah.
Come on, Thomas, you got this. The artillery deploying.
Yeah,
as we speak.
after this match, I'll show you guys the fast forward button because I use it now only when I'm playing single player. If that fast forward button wasn't in, I could not play single player, honestly. So I'll show you that after. And then again, we're thinking of adding it to multiplayer, so you could even speed through turns like this if there were turns that just weren't as interesting. Like that initial deployment for Aaron, where he had to take... God damn, the voice acting. If he had to take 4 turns to move up his artillery, you could just skip through those turns. So that'll be, yeah.
and there's a lot of dead peasants, Griffin.
Yeah, they all got trapped in the water and killed.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was rough.
Крестьяне, лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Крестьяне, 6-фунтовая конная артиллерия. 4-фунтовая...
I'm down to like 5 units left. I barely got anything. Mr. Foft, if you're curious about the change logs, I will send you a link and you can see what got changed. Here. That is the change log to the game. System requirements are a little vague. Yeah, they're a little vague. None of us are big hardware guys. If you have any specific questions or you want to tell me your specs, I can try to tell you if I think they're good.
Alright, Thomas, we're still winning.
Oh gosh, yeah, they all got knocked out. Alright, at least I'll rear shoot you, Thomas, but you're rear shooting me at the same time. There it is, yeah, both back hits. What is that? Oh, is that a machine gun sound? I kept thinking rifles were glitching out. That's you firing machine guns. I was like, what is that high-pitched sound?
And you gotta do something about these Austrians. They're pushing in.
On the right side?
Yeah, Gio's saving me here.
Oh, dang, they're fully in.
You left the hole for the Austrians. Going in.
Oh man, that was brutal. The breech loaders are really brutal to fight against. He didn't need any rifles because he already had the range, so he just put breech loaders on everything. Yeah, I thought that was a sound bug, but it's machine guns rapid firing on the hill. It's so ridiculous. Mitrailleuse.
Крестьяне, лейб-гвардии финляндский полк. Крестьяне, 6-фунтовая конная артиллерия. 4-фунтовое орудие образца 1867 года.
I think that's all I can do.
Конечно, ваше высокопревосходительство.
Will I keep the merchant flag for Austria-Hungary or switch to the Habsburg monarchy flag? We used the Habsburg monarchy flag for the early period, but I figure I think it was not only the merchant flag, but also the civil ensign as well as the flag we're using for Austria-Hungary. I just found it was fitting because we allow you to recruit a Hungarian army and an Austrian army. So I really don't see it as necessarily like trying to represent. We're not trying to represent the nation. If this is a grand strategy game, I think that's more of a valid question because you're representing the state. But if we're representing the army and we want to show you have two halves of the army, like there was a separate formed Hungarian army and a separate formed Austrian army. And so if that's our goal, I figured it was more accurate to show the civil ensign that includes both a Hungarian and Austrian element. Otherwise, if we're just showing the Habsburg monarchy flag, you don't get the element of the Hungarian army in there. So I think that was the dilemma. But yeah, most people understand when they see that flag what it means, even if it is not 100% historically accurate. So we had to make some concessions, like even for the early period in 1853, if you play as the Russians, you end up using like the Tsar's flag, but not a state flag, because they actually didn't adopt a state flag until the 1860s.
I'm tearing them up, Thomas. Welcome, Green Bean. Yeah, we are currently winning. You can see at the top, we're French and... What is Thomas Imperial?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Griffin.
You're streaming as well, Aaron?
As quickly as it started,
Okay.
it's over.
Yeah, I'm down to 3 units left.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I think we're both dead.
Turn around and lit me to pieces.
Yeah, the machine guns are crazy. We've removed Cumbersome from the Mitrailleuse, so now you can swivel and shoot, and it's
It's so
pretty
good.
insane. Yeah.
I just flipped over and shot Geo.
Yeah. The biggest problem with the map I was telling you guys is it's a very difficult... Hold on. Look at this screen of... I think that's 3 dead Russian regiments in a river. Oh my god. They all got mowed down in the same spot. Jesus Christ. I'll put this
Also,
in dev.
Keep in mind,
God.
4 of my artillery just deployed. They never shot.
Oh my god.
I only used my mitrailleuse.
Yeah, it's
What happened in that river, man? Oh my God.
I get stuck for 1 turn, and I'm in an attack column, so you take a vulnerability damage, and they sit on the hills and double shoot with breech loaders and fire down onto you. This is more of a campaign map. I built this for the campaign mode, so you were supposed to bring like a large army for a siege, and then you go in and attack it. For a competitive multiplayer map, it's a little more difficult.
4-фунтовое орудие образца лейб-гвардии 4-фунтовое 6-фунтовое конное артиллерия.
I have 3 units.
Maybe it was best, Aaron, you showed up as reinforcements if you to hold this on your own the first few turns with the artillery would be pretty rough.
I can see it going either way.
Dude, if he had
I
a
think
ring
they're
of
stretched.
artillery starting in this fort. We didn't even get to bomb the fort. Oh my, you have artillery in every tile facing every direction in the fort.
Yeah.
That's
They
ridiculous.
just deployed.
That is ridiculous.
This looks like Chinese checkers with guns. Yes, pretty much. That's funny.
Griffin, someone was asking if we can add in a Last Samurai scenario.
I could add in some alternate history scenarios because we have 2 scenario packs for the Civil War, but we only have 1 scenario pack for the Boshin War. Maybe we add another 3 sets of scenarios of alternate history battles between I would probably do it as Japanese against Europeans. I probably wouldn't do it as the Last Samurai type of thing because the Last Samurai I think was in 1870 something, 1877 I think, around there, and that was part of the Satsuma Rebellion. And our game ends in 1871 with the unification of the German Empire. So the Satsuma Rebellion in the 1870s wouldn't be accurate. I'm very strict on the time period between... The time period starts in 1853 to 1871. I'm very strict about that because armies during the mid to late Victorian period were reforming their armies, changing the uniforms, and changing the weapons every year. So the Armstrong gun, for example, was accurate until 1871. After 1871, they retired the Armstrong gun for about a half a decade and then brought it back again because they had issues in its first deployment. Then the troops didn't like it, so they removed it for probably about a decade, and then they brought it back later. So the whole idea of that, and then you're playing in the 1880s, and you get weapons that weren't there but were there sometimes. Also, all the uniforms are completely a complete overhaul by 1880. Every uniform is different in the entire game. So suddenly, Crimean War 1850s British uniforms make no sense in the 1880s, especially because the Anglo-Zulu War is in 1879. how are you going to take British uniforms with the shaka was phased out by that point entirely, I think, in the British Army, or it was used at least almost as a parade uniform only. And so in terms of uniforms, in terms of weapons, in terms of equipment, everything is outdated by that point. So that was the difficulty. Also, Germany forms in 1871, and now you have the German Empire, and they reformed the entire military. So that's a whole new can of worms I don't want to open. And also their weapons change. They adopt a Mauser rifle, like a bolt action. What's up, Thomas? Are you going?
Have we any confirms about the campaign being fixed?
Good question. Yep, I can test that.
And if so, we should do a half-fix small update on the Steam page.
Yep. I'll take the update and try it.
I mentioned it, Thomas, in the edit. I did an edit on the last post.
This will be a good opportunity for me to show off the campaign to you guys as well.
Green Bean, I believe all the maps in the game are made, but I appreciate it.
He offered to make some maps.
Yep.
Yeah. I made them all. They're all mine.
Griffin made all 100 maps.
Yep.
105.
Thank you, sir.
Did anybody else make any maps, or is it all
No,
you, Griffin?
it's all mine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I did the... Okay, credit goes to Aaron. He made the whole uniform designer. Credit goes to me. I designed the uniforms for all the units. And then credit goes to Gio. He created the map editor. And then credit goes to me. I made all the maps. So there's where each person was working within those two components. Thomas did the whole campaign system pretty much by himself. And then Seb has done almost any animation or UI that you see. The music that's in the game, and a lot of the data entry that you're not going to see ostensibly is on Seb as well. So everybody had their own kind of role within the game.
Oh, Griffin, we've got another sale. Ding, 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 ding.
Another sale? What do you mean?
Yep.
Green Bean bought it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Next payday.
If we had access to the unit designer, the thing is, guys, the unit designer, Aaron, they'd have to export. Oh, Jesus, that would be a mess.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it would be nice to do a map designer and a unit designer. The thing is, in game design, when I played games and I wasn't involved in seeing how games were made, I thought it was easy, the idea of taking a developer tool and just like give it to the players. Why not just give it to them so they can mess around? It's more than that because it's built off of how Unity works, and you'd have to basically rebuild the system to be compatible as an in-game application. You're basically building a new software, and not only that, the exports of those files of that software need to go into the game files, work for all the players, and be downloaded and implemented seamlessly, which anytime we add new files, someone has to go through a folder, has to hook it up. Oh, there's a spelling error, got to fix that. And if one little thing is wrong, it breaks the entire game. So if we add a map editor or a unit editor, it's a shame, but I don't think it's possible. That said, the closest thing we do have to a unit editor is in the campaign. We have a brand new, never before seen unit experience system with a skill tree, and you can customize your own unit abilities and basically design your own units through their experience in combat in the campaign system. So that is brand new, and that is how you can get more of a fix for the idea of customizing your units. Not only that, but you can also customize the units in your cores, in your divisions, and you can rename them too. So I could create the Army of the Potomac with the exact division structure they had, and then upgrade my units in unique ways that make them, completely unique to the game. Yeah, Jacob also, credit to Jacob, he created every song in the game, and they sound quite good. You can listen to them on Spotify and on our development channel. I'll link to our development channel, which is here. I will link to Fire Maneuver Discord server, which you can find here. Fire Maneuver game. I'll also link you to the Steam page. Yeah, Lucas, I gave the skirmish attachments rugged, so they're a little more useful. That is the Steam page there. A positive review would be appreciated, but it's not required, obviously. What else? I'll show you the campaign now as well. Oh, I gotta show them where I did the voice acting. Take a listen. Let me just make sure the volume's up for everything. Yeah. And we will test the campaign to see if it works. Now, who did the voice acting here? Who is this?
The Southerners
playing
have
Kelly?
wrongly claimed that
It's
the
me.
states of our great
Oh.
republic have the right to secede. The Eastern Theater is the very heart of this struggle. Confederate forces are entrenched in their positions, but we must not waver. We need march to the capital of this rebellion in Richmond and crush the uprising.
And that is us running out of money and having to do the voice acting ourselves. I think it came out well, though. And I have guest appearances from other YouTubers. If you guys play the Boshin War DLC tomorrow when that comes out, Alternate History Hub voiced one of the campaigns. So that's pretty cool. And then Warhawk, who's a Civil War YouTuber, voiced the Confederate campaigns. And then the Shogunate YouTuber voiced the Boshin War campaigns. So that's pretty cool. And then I did the Union Civil War. And then my wife did all of the base game campaign voice acting as well. So it was a big volunteer kind of thing. Let me try to attack the Confederates here. Let's see if we load in. Please work. Okay, my mouse is skipping, which is a good sign. I loaded in. I loaded in.
I was watching you on stream and it's a delay between Discord and
Yeah.
stream. I was,
That was a cool map. Look how pretty this just looks so much different than how the game used to look. It's so gorgeous. Seb, how did we not we kept putting off post-processing for so long. And it just looks so much different. You could also turn on photo mode if you want like a Civil War picture. Look at that. I should have shown you guys the photo mode with all the casualties. That would have been fun taking pictures of that. But look, you can like see your troops lined up with the photo mode, which is fun.
The game looks so much better
Oh yeah, a million times.
post-processing.
And then watch this, guys. So you saw, everybody take a look at this. You saw how long that the battle was, those previous two battles. You may have looked at that and gone, this game looks a little too slow for me. The two things I'll reassure you, that was a 2v2, and we were kind of taking our time and having fun. So that's the longest a game can possibly be. And the second thing is, when you're playing against the AI, look how fast a turn is if you use the fast forward button. You can time it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's how long a turn is. So if you were like, this game's taking so long, 3 seconds. Okay. Previously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 seconds during a normal turn. Now that they're going to have animations, let's see how long it takes now. 1, 2. Oh, they're not going to have animations yet because we're on a 2v2 map. Let's fast forward through that. Now they get animations right now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get the point, right? Now I press fast forward. And they're pretty much done there. So that's just, isn't that much better, guys? Like, I think that makes the game. I used to think the campaigns were an absolute chore to play because of that in the battles. But now you've got the fast forward mode. Everything's just a lot more fluid. And at this point, I probably wouldn't be using the fast forward mode, but getting the AI from this part of the map to all the way over here takes so long that fast forward definitely helps. Yeah. The action turn's the most exciting part of the battle. It is, but during the start, when they're deploying, there's nothing going on. Right now, where they've got cavalry in my face, another cavalry here, they got units in the river, units on the heights, now I want to worry and be like, oh crap, I've got to actually pay attention. But while they're walking, I think it's good that it takes faster. Is the game free? It was free, so if you got it before today, pretty much, you can keep it for free. Anybody who downloaded it for free kept it. And I was advertising it a ton. I think we had 200,000 downloads. So if you're one of those 200,000 people, you can keep it for free. But if you didn't buy it during that time, or didn't pick it up during that time, it's only $15. It's not like we didn't put a AAA price tag on it, or 30 or 40. A lot of the games within this genre, like Ultimate General Civil War, that's gonna be about $30 for games like that. So we went half the price of those games. And we've got even more content, I would argue. So if you want an Ultimate General style experience, you've got the Civil War in this game along with the Europe. And then you also have scenario battles that you can fight from Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Cold Harbor. You've got Gettysburg down here. You've also got, let's see, What's the other one? Oh, Shiloh, Vicksburg, Missionary Ridge. Yep. Look at the Shogunate's description. Uh-oh, did I forget to write it? Seb, I did forget to write the descriptions, didn't I? What's it say? The Union Army, yeah. Okay, well, the DLC is not out yet, so I can fix that. I'll fix that before the DLC comes out. Thank you for telling me. I forgot to set it. The DLC is not live yet, so that mistake won't be seen by anybody. What is cool is that this DLC, it has 38 new units and 2 campaigns and I think over 15 maps in it. What is the other thing I want to say? Oh, all of the DLC goes down in price. Because we're putting a base price on the game, all of the DLC is no longer going to be $15. It's just going to be $10. And I think this Boshin War DLC comes in addition to that with a launch day sale, so it's only $8. So if you got it for free before, now you get even a bigger discount on all of the DLC. And we took the Wars of Unification DLC and just gave that to all of the owners and all future owners. Now you get that DLC as part of the base game. So we took a lot of the base game and gave that out for free for the owners of the game. Yeah. How you guys feeling? I got a release issue. Okay.
Pretty good, pretty good.
There's gonna be another hotfix tomorrow morning.
For what? What is it hot fixing?
Ranked.
Ranked mode? Okay, yeah.
I was having a blast that last game. Just, you know.
Yeah, just wiping all of us out.
I didn't know I'd have that much range, to be honest, when we went into this. It was quite fun.
That was insane.
Yeah, I made it a double tier hill. So most siege maps, I made it... let me load into a siege map. I made it so you're usually in a valley, so that the attackers have somewhere to set up their artillery, but that one I wanted to give it an advantage. You now have map filters, guys, as well at the top, so you can switch between filters up here. So you could do a historical siege, which is Paris or Sedan. I think Kars is actually supposed to be listed as historical and siege as well, but I don't think it is. Seb, could you write down a note that Kars just needs the siege label?
Siege label, got it.
Yeah, it's missing siege. If you guys want to see more of the campaign mode, is there any campaign in particular that you guys want to see? And I can just show it off. There is the Boshin War, the European invasion of Japan, the Eastern Theater, the Western Theater in the Civil War, the Franco-Prussian War, the Austro-Prussian War, the Sevastopol campaign, and the Caucasus Theater even to the Crimean War. So it's 8 campaigns and 16 different perspectives you can play as. Neon Power. When playing single-player campaigns with 3 AI, turns would last minutes. Fast forward button is the best addition to the game. Yeah, dude, we added that last minute. And I was like, Aaron, do you think we could just put our console command for fast forwarding? Can we just make that a button? He's like, I guess we could throw that in. Yeah, it's probably one of the best things to put in. Let's see. Separate voice lines for the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's all using an Austrian voice actor. There is a voice line I threw in as an Easter egg where sometimes when you end your turn, the Austrian voice actor in German will say, hold on, let me fetch a Hungarian translator. Or like he'll say, let me grab my translator for that. So I put in a little like Easter egg to acknowledge it, but we didn't put in a separate Hungarian voice actor. Do you want to see, I see people saying the Caucasus and then also the Shimonoseki campaign. I'll show the Shimonoseki one. This is the European invasion.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Do you want to see it from the European perspective or the Shogun? What do you guys think? And then I can show the Caucasus next, if that's requested. Is the Paris Commune in the game? It is. I wrote the event. We wrote over 80 events in the game, and Thomas had to program in all of them. I got to do the writing. Thomas had to program all of them in. And they all have event pictures, too. And you can pick choices when the events pop up, and that's brand new. All right, we have 2 votes for Shogun, 2 votes for Europeans, another Shogun perspective, another British. Oh, it's mixed. Well, it shouldn't matter. I'm not going to do a full playthrough. I could do a full playthrough maybe this weekend, but I just want to show you guys.
Put it on hard mode. Show how insane that is.
I'll go Shogun on hard and show you how much the Europeans start with.
The European
This is alternate history hub, by the way.
During the
What I've seen, they're
Shimonoseki
scary.
campaign has left our nation humiliated and threatened. In response, we have taken measures to protect our interests, seizing European merchant vessels and disrupting their trade. Now the European powers have united against us, launching a full-scale invasion. Domains all across Japan have united in the cause of expelling...
Did I break this campaign last minute, Thomas? It's not available to the public yet, so it doesn't matter. Did I break this one?
Their stream's delayed for me.
The Europeans are there, but my shogunate troops got broken, I think.
Yeah, you made changes.
It's my imperial ones are fine. It's just my shogunate got broke. Yeah, these 2 shogunate corps. I'll just take one screenshot of that, and that's a note for myself. I can just look through. I probably referenced a unit that doesn't exist. Again, this isn't available to the public, so don't worry. You guys aren't going to get a broken version. This is like an early preview here. There we go. But we can see, yeah, the Europeans landed here. So we could go to the political map mode, and we can see the spots that the Europeans landed in. So there's a little bit up north. The Russians have landed a Russian expeditionary force. Then in the south, the French have also landed their own expeditionary force, and they're fully stacked, these armies. And then in the west, the Americans have landed their own force. And then even further west, the British have also landed a force with Indian troops too. And so if you end your turn and just see what they do, they immediately start just gobbling up territory. First they linked up there. They're pushing for my capital over there. End my turn again.
Yeah, it seems terrifying. Like.
Yeah. Objective lost. Yeah, took 1-4. This guy's fully surrounded now in Hiroshima. I think the fastest they did it, oh god. Auto-resolve defeat, yeah, that's horrible. I tested this, and the fastest they can win, I think, the AI, is 8 turns if you don't do anything to fight against them. So you have very little time. Oh, this fixed them. So they just spawned in wrong, but now... Oh, I guess they're like partially working, the Shogunate Corps. I have to just go fix those. Does this one work?
If you can't open it, there's something wrong with the units.
Could you check that tomorrow?
Yep.
Because I don't know what I messed up. Yeah, look at your chances of winning here in these battles.
Yeah, it is. It's a rough straight, but...
Oh, I have 2 units, dude. Yeah, this is a tough campaign. How much do they have? Okay, they have 2, but they have reinforcements coming in, I imagine. So if I get through... Just ignore this. I'm just skipping through all the turns. Let me move so I don't die. I'm just gonna keep running away. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, great. I don't think I can delay. If you delay long enough to day 2, reinforcements come in. So you see that they have 2 flags at the top of the screen. That means the reinforcements on the way. So the British are gonna join if we take out the Americans. They already charged us with cavalry though, so we're already taking a bunch of losses. Let me see if I can beat these guys. Oh, they charged me again. Oh my god. Alright, I think we dealt with the cavalry. But you guys can see how fast this can go on single player. It's like rapid. It's almost too fast if you're not used to it.
Bravely run away.
I think I can beat this guy. As long as I beat him, the reinforcements don't have a chance to come. So I intercepted the United States garrison force and you just knock him out in there. So you can see how quick the very small battles are. Obviously, there's battles much larger than that. Now they launched a whole army. So if I tried to fight this one, you can see that is a much tougher battle. Jeffrey, it's funny you say that. I would imagine what the causes and effects of the conflict would be for the European invasion of Japan. I think, and this is not confirmed, Cody offhandedly mentioned he'd be interested in making a video about this campaign for the game next month. So he might make a whole video dedicated to it, and you can learn about this. This is a real conflict, the Shimonoseki bombardment. This campaign I built was based off of the idea that the Shimonoseki bombardment escalated into a full-scale invasion. So I think he's going to be doing a video on that, and so that'll be quite interesting. But yeah, you can see I have 2 units here coming in damaged from the previous battle, and the whole U.S. force. So that's tough. And you see this is a new map where the river got frozen. And there's my 2 units. And this is the casualties I took from the previous battle. So all the battles will actually impact what you can bring in on the next fight. I'll show you some more campaigns. So that one was a little buggy, but not too buggy. I just had to fix one unit in the middle. We have the Boshin War, we have the Civil War. The Western Theater is also new. I'll show you that one. This one's brand new.
It is time to defend the honor of our new nation. The Union spreads its influence across the Western Theater, and we cannot allow them to succeed. From the banks of the Mississippi River to the hills of Kentucky, we must put forth our best effort in order to preserve our rights and freedom. You have 2 small field armies stationed just outside Tennessee.
Alright, we can see here. And so the enemy they landed, Burnside's expedition in South Carolina. They already start off owning Louisiana, but it's in the fog of war. We can't see what they have down there. States' rights to what? Yeah, I wrote that, thinking that in mind. I wrote that campaign briefing. Originally, I think I wrote in, we have to protect our freedom or something, like unity and freedom. And I'm like, that sounds more like the Union. I'm going to change that to, we got to protect our states' rights. And I just thought, that's a nice little addition to the campaign briefing. We can see here, though, the enemy has got the Army of the Tennessee and the Army of the Ohio. You can fully customize everything. So if I click this, we could reform this and call this the Armchair Army, right? And I can name this corps. I can be like, all right, this is Neal. This is your division. Who else wants a division? Capar, I'll give you one. Capicar, there you go. That's you. And then Dingus, that's your division there. So those are my divisions. And then if I win a battle, I can right-click on these units, and you have a whole skill tree now. So look, I can like customize them fully, which is really cool. Perhaps it would have been better to use a protect our way of life. I think I threw in, there's 2 campaign briefings. I think I threw in little references like that. You also have an armory, so you can customize the weapons that you guys have as well. So we can get the actual breech-loading Sharps carbine for the cavalry, but it's very expensive. So I can equip that in preparation for perhaps a Union attack on Shiloh. Do they attack Shiloh right away? I wonder. I think we still have to mark that as they took, what they take, Missionary Ridge. So this is a real historical battle. You can fight the Battle of Missionary Ridge here. And that, I think, actually was fought with the Army of the Cumberland, which is really cool. Oh, and this is the Battle of Shiloh. Oh, you know what this is perfect about? Just not to geek out too much, but look, I think the Army of the Ohio went into Shiloh and called in the Army of the Tennessee as reinforcements. I think that's how it happened in real life, or vice versa, that Tennessee was there and Ohio got called in by reinforcement. Could somebody say what? I think it was the Tennessee that got called in as reinforcements? Does anybody know any Civil War buffs? But this is identical to what happened in the Civil War then. And you can, if I go into fight at Shiloh, you're going to fight at the real battlefield. The only thing that might change that is if they're bringing in 2 corps, it might... Tennessee was there first. Okay, so it's the opposite. So the AI decided to bring it in the opposite way. Either way, the fact that they can meet at that similar location and bring in an army as reinforcement, I think is cool. Yeah. The AI is not smart enough, though, to know which one was there historically first. Either way, they get brought into the real-life location. I think, though, they are bringing in so many troops, I might not load in at Shiloh. Let me just check. Thomas, to clarify, if you had 2 different corps brought into a battle, but they only had 1 unit each... Oh, no, you do. Yeah, I am at Shiloh. You know what's really cool about Shiloh, too? Look, they actually have their units in their camps off guard, and then their reinforcements are in the back, which is exactly how the battle happened. Oh, I love the voice acting. So look at this. You can see the Union at their camps just hanging out. And then if I go over here, we can see them just hang out in the forest by the camps as well. And then I've got all my troops that can kind of take them off guard. This is the Hornet's Nest as well on this hill. And then back here is this main kind of line that the Union eventually held by the river. And then you can see the reinforcements that have to come in. The Confederate voice acting is very funny.
Yeah, it's the best voice.
It is the best. Louisiana Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But it's awesome that if you guys end the first turn on the Confederates, the Union will actually willingly go into Shiloh, and then you can counterattack them, and then they're going to bring in reinforcements on the second day of the battle. And that all happens organically. We didn't hardcode it to like set them up with those armies. Like they just want to go take that territory, and then you end up having this battle naturally, which is really cool. Union turned it back by day 2. What's cool about this is you can fight through day 1, and if the day ends, they're going to bring more troops in day 2. So you could actually have that happen in real life. Obviously, in this case, the AI brought in the wrong army first. So let's imagine Grant is coming in as the reinforcement, and Grant isn't actually here at first. But again, for any Civil War buffs, I think that's a nice detail. Also, if you were to do the Eastern Theater, so if I show you that one, and you were the Confederacy, what's cool about that is if you go in... I'll wait for the video. Infringe on the rights of the states. Federal overreach.
Forces will do everything in their power to crush our resolve, but we must stand firm.
So if you take this army of Northern Virginia and I move it into Manassas, you can click the province of Manassas. You can also click other provinces too. If I can click on Gettysburg, I can click on Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Wilderness, and so on. But if I go to Manassas, immediately you get the Battle of Manassas, and you can call in Hampton's Legion as well. So you get the real-life battle that immediately happens. Also, if you go in, the battlefield that you fight in is literally Manassas, if anybody recognizes this. This is the real-life location. There's the river, there's the bridge, there's the northern deployment with the ford, where most of the troops deployed, and it's the Union attacking there. So it's all calibrated for people who like the historical accuracy there. I suppose the last one that people were asking about was the Caucasus. And I can show that one next. I'll do the Russian intro. I think the Russian intro is kind of funny. I think my wife also voices this one.
The sick man of Europe challenges us in the Caucasus Mountains. Although they may have mobilized their troops faster, our reserves are plentiful and soon to be deployed. Break the Ottoman spirit.
So that is Kelly who voiced that. She's standing right here. Say hi, Kelly.
Hi.
So she voiced that for me. And you saw that was like a little Jenga game with an Ottoman logo on it because you're Russia. Yeah, Jenga played by the Russians, yep. Beautiful voice she has.
Oh, that's very
nice. That's very nice, yep. Your wife is British. She is, yep. So you can see the purple is the Ottoman territory and green is yours. And we added in some conventional strategy game mechanics. So instead of just fighting battles, now you can actually pick military doctrines. Okay. I can't afford the research right now. And you can even upgrade these objectives now. So you can play it like I'm building up my objectives, I'm attacking positions, I'm researching doctrines. Is this supposed to be a level 4 fort? Okay. Level 1 objective. Okay, that's fine. Oh, also, we added clouds. Look how pretty that looks now. And then there's your supply map mode, political map mode, terrain map mode, and yeah. And the last new one is the Austro-Prussian War, which is also free. So this is another free campaign. And we'll do the Austrian perspective. Actually, I'll show you the Prussian perspective because there's an interesting twist. So you'd think for the Austro-Prussian War that it would just be Prussia. But we added something special for this one. I think Kelly also voice acts this one.
Must assert its dominance over the German states and unite them under one banner. Although Austria stands in our way, they lack the military might to match our disciplined troops. First, we must
Which one are you looking at, Cal?
The camera.
The camera? The camera's not on.
Okay, good.
So as Prussia, you can see I've got this like holding here. There's Silesia. But if you go down south... let me go to sound effects. There we go. If you go down south, you have Italy that's also involved in the campaign, and you can command the Italian troops. And you've got Garibaldi's red shirts in the mountains, which I think historically they fought a battle right here in this real-life location at Bezetcha, and so you can actually fight there. You also have Kustutza, which is a historic battle fought in 1866 as well as 1848, I think. There were 2 battles there. You also have the Battle of Solferino. I made special maps for these. If you fight in any of these locations, you fight at those real spots. And they're all like handcrafted based on real historical maps I found. And then you also have Magenta, which is a real-life location. In addition to that, you also have Königgrätz. If you guys know the Königgrätzer March, which is a famous Prussian march, and the famous battle, of course, it was named after, as well as Gitschen, which is also fought in this location. And if you fight in those real-life locations, you will fight there. And someone's asking about an Alpine division. The Austrians start off with armies in Venice, and they come with troops that are rugged and can fight in mountains, which is really cool. So if I end the turn, let's see if they reveal themselves. I'll try to show them off. Let me turn down the music as well. There we go. So let's see here. So the Austrian corps... Yeah, you can see here they have Feldjägers and Kaiserjägers, and those Jägers have rugged. So those are more mountain troops that you could fight against. Remember the Austro-Prussian War event where we were throwing units at Garibaldi so the Italians couldn't attack Venice? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do another... So for those of you who didn't know, we did a big event on our Discord server where we recreated the Austro-Prussian War and the Franco-Prussian War. So if I show that to you guys, it looks like this in our main server. I can go to archives, and this was our old Franco-Prussian War event. So you guys could join, and we're going to do another one of these. You can join, and we'd fight out the real war, and you would be assigned battles. As a community, you'd all be able to interact with each other, and as a community, you'd be assigned to fight battles every weekend. So we'd fight the war in real time. And there were hundreds of people who would participate. So this is a lot of fun. If you want to be part of the next one, which will be centered around the Boshin War, I'll put a link. And you can see we would do pie charts for who's winning the battles. We would like have commanders who would set up plans and we would fight these battles here. So it was really, really cool. And we're going to do more of these with the server as a big community. And you can participate without even needing the Boshin War DLC, because obviously the Boshin War was just fought between Japan, but we're going to add European advisors who can also participate, so you don't need the DLC to be part of the event. So I think that's also nice. But if you want the DLC, you can be part of Imperial Japan or the Shogunate and fight in that event. So that's pretty cool. And we've got tournaments coming up. So if you want to be part of tournaments, events, all kinds of things, and I'm in this Discord talking to you guys, answering questions like every day. So if you want to interact with me, the devs, the community, and that kind of thing, then you can join. I posted the link to it. And yeah, I don't know if there will be a Mac version. We'll see. If enough people ask for it, we'll see. But it's a little difficult to port it to Mac and that kind of thing. So yeah. How you feeling, Kel?
Good.
You good? Is there anything you need? Are you hungry?
Can I have some of the cake?
Yeah, you can have cake. We also have leftover pizza. I don't know if you enjoy it, but you can have some leftover pizza. Yeah. Yeah, you can take anything you want. What's going on? You doing okay?
Yep.
Okay. Did you give the French an option to surrender? Yeah, of course they can surrender. We actually, here's how we ended this Franco-Prussian War event. We actually ended it with a demilitarized Alsace-Lorraine. Because the... Why is my Google not loading? Either way. The French fought up to the city of Metz, and then it was a stalemate. So the Germans were occupying the land, so we just demilitarized it. And then the North German Confederation got to form the German Empire, and the French had to give up the demilitarized zone. So that was a fun moment for alternate history to take place that you guys can actually directly participate in. So I think that's pretty cool. A pretty cool part of the events. Will the Triple Alliance War be an event? 1 second. Let me refresh because my chat is lagging behind. Do I have internet connection? Because it's displaying two different chats.
Yes.
You hear me? Okay, yeah, now everything's updated.
I hear you.
Yep.
The stream's a little bit behind, though.
Yep, I see that now. Are you able to fight at Schleswig-Holstein? Yes, I included that in the Austria. Here, I can show you. It's up here. It's in Hamburg. So you can fight it. And all of these by the way, all of these campaigns are all multiplayer. So you can play with your friend a multiplayer campaign. So if you wanted to recreate historical campaigns or battles, they're all available on multiplayer. Let me put out the tutorial for the campaign because I never released it. And I will put that out now.
About the Russian Jaegers. Yeah, you could spam them if you want, but they don't have shock, so like they're not going to be as effective. Like they're very easy to kind of shoot and kill.
Is he asking why the Jaegers don't have limits on them?
Yeah.
I didn't make any of the light infantry have limits, so if you wanted to take a big light infantry force, you can do that. But they're not. The Russian Jaegers aren't very good.
They're going to get murdered by like any bigger army because they don't even have like range drill or anything.
I don't think they can form square either because there's only 4 companies. Ooh. Yeah, so you could just charge them. I just released 11 seconds ago. I released the campaign tutorial and I built chapters for it. So check it out. You can actually look through and learn how to play the campaigns. There you go. By the way, you can only make movement orders on bridges when you're in march column, but with some units, you can go on a bridge in march formation, then switch to close, and then you can't move. Yeah, I see that as a bug. I will screenshot that, and I will tell the devs tomorrow. Yeah, there's going to be some bugs here and there. I got pinged. For what? This picture? Yeah. This I'll ping Aaron on. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have bugs because this is the largest update we've done in 4 months, and so of course you're gonna find some bugs, but we're gonna be pretty good about putting out a lot of patches all throughout the month. So don't worry. And if you are upset about a bug and it's bothering you, if it's bugging you, you can go to our Fire Maneuver Discord, and we've got a bug report channel that you can leave feedback and bugs in. So that's good. I think everybody left. It's just me and you. Fun, please? Is Aaron? Aaron's muted. Yeah.
Yep, we're just the 2 here.
Yep. We could do a lot of 1v1 if you'd like. Fun, please.
Sure, if you wanted to.
Sure. And also, if you want to know where the rest of the tutorials are, they're up here. And then I made video tutorials on a bunch of stuff and guides by the community. And if you have any questions, just join our server, and either me or another person's going to answer you about game mechanics and that kind of thing. Don't know why Romania would be added. Yeah, Romania at this time is actually a tributary state underneath the Ottoman Empire. And they weren't liberated until 1877 in the Russo-Turkish War. So Romania, unfortunately, wouldn't really make the cut. I could see Poland making a cut because they had an insurrection in the 1860s and formed... Yeah, it was big, and there were hundreds of thousands, and that was a very large scale. So I think that could be fun to add. Just like we have the Civil War with the Confederacy, we could have Poland fighting a civil war, kind of not really a civil war, but an uprising against Russia. That could be cool. Sweden too. Yeah, someone's mentioning Sweden could definitely be. In fact, we're actually thinking about what the next nation should be, and I'm not sure which one that should be yet. So if you join our Discord community, you can be up to date on what's that going to be, because I'm not sure. Are Romanian troops under Ottomans? No, but you can get Egyptians. You can get Egyptians. Who won the next nation poll? I think it's between Sweden and Poland. Those are the two, yes. I think.
Those are the two most popular. So if you guys do decide to do a new one, it'll be one of those.
All right, I will host a game for us.
Okay.
What factions do you want to put against each other?
I can do any of them except the Japanese ones.
What do you think is a fun scenario? I like to put two factions against each other. Well, let's see what viewers think. What two factions do you guys want against each other? We have the Civil War, we have Italy and Austria, we have the Ottomans, the Russians, the British, the French, the Prussians. Oh, by the way, also, you can customize your your animals here. So I can go to loadout and I can actually switch between outfits, which is kind of fun. And so if you earn merits, which is the in-game like points, you can, and you earn those just through battles, then you can like get new costumes. So that's fun. And so they're saying British versus French, Ottomans versus Russian, something with the US, France with the US, CSA versus Russia. I think we'll do USA and Britain. I think that's a fun one. 1812 war. Do you want to be US or you like the US, right? I'll go Britain.
I like the US. Yep. Yes, I do.
And then one of my favorite maps now is it's got to be the Poplar Station map. Probably doing that on Autumn would look really, really nice. And I don't think the colors are working, but you can choose one just in case.
All right.
I think my game is muted, but I'll go and fix that later.
My favorite nation is the US. I like them a lot.
I have 65 points left. How do if I get rid of a rifle, I have 95. Okay, that actually works. And then dynamic, speed, order count looks fine. No turn timer. Okay, I think we're good to go. The no red color, the reason I didn't add a red color is because your cohesion bar and your health can turn red. So if you have a red ring inside of your UI, it looks like you lost health or cohesion, which confuses players. So I didn't use any colors that could look confusing. That's why I added a pink and a purple and an orange, but not a red. And with green as well, that one was a little iffy, but I went like lime green to try to differentiate that one. World War I is not featured in this game. If we do another game in the future, I was thinking of doing something like we could do a very dark red. We could always do a very dark red. I was thinking if we did a future game, we could do something in the Grand Strategy. I was thinking a World War I game, or a Grand Strategy game focused on World War I, with like a little Victorian build-up. So maybe not like Victoria 2 or 3 that starts in the 1830s. Maybe something that would start in 1860. So you have a little bit of build-up, and then have a really cool World War I oriented Grand Strategy game focused on combat, with even like a mini battle system. We were actually drawing something up where if two armies met on the battle, it's all real time on a Grand Strategy map, and if two armies meet, you can click their battle, and a pop-up window shows the troops pushing back and forth on the trenches. I thought that would be cool. I don't know if you guys think that would be a neat game, but that was my next idea that I think I wanted to pursue. Look at this map in the fall. It looks so pretty.
It is. Wow, this is...
Fall's my favorite season in this game. It's so pretty looking. And if anybody used to play this game before, it's like night and day.
Yes, I can confirm.
And I'll put the sound on. I think we have I have new British music, so I'll put the British music on here. There we go.
Line infantry. Foot guards. Line in 12-pound field hussars. Line infantry.
I think I'm happy with this composition.
Foot guards. Line infantry.
Let's try that.
Decision, General.
Alright, this is the Union Army we're facing. I love the way the blue looks in the fall too. I think the blue colors actually get brought out a little bit more. So the Union uniform looks very distinct.
Yeah, it pops quite a bit.
Yeah, the water, someone's mentioning the water too. The water looks so pretty with the update as well. It's so nice. And again, we could do the photo mode, which looks kind of cool if you want to take pictures of your troops in like sepia. Alright, I'll do my orders, sorry.
Line infantry.
No, take your time.
Foot guards. 12-pound field howitzers. Hussars. At once.
Also, this was in the game before. Actually, this wasn't on launch, so if you played during launch, this is dynamic speed. So the first 2 turns have very quick snap animations, and then the 3rd turn onward, all the animations slow down by the time we're fighting, so it'll get you to the combat quicker. So single player has a fast forward mode, and multiplayer is the dynamic speed. So improvements have been made in that regard. 1, 2, 3.
Foot guards. Line infantry. 12-pound field howitzers. Hussars.
There we go. Why is his accent so posh? I told him to be a old Victorian general. Not only that, I told the artist to put the pinky up in the in the page that holds the orders in the left there.
Yeah, that pinky.
Yeah. Let me open my Google. There we go. Oh, nice. I got 2 donations here. Thank you. Let me pop out the chat. There we go. We have 1 donation, 1 Canadian from Mercury with no note, just the donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then the Indian dude, 20 Australian, I think. Thank you for the support of Vlogging Through History. Yeah, Vlogging Through History is a good guy. He always adds tons of context to the videos, so I have no problem with him reacting. What's his name? CGP Grey is very sensitive. So yeah, that's just where I stand on that. The guy, I saw him tweet and get really mad because somebody posted his video on Reddit. They posted it. They didn't re-upload it. They just posted his video on Reddit, and it got more upvotes than he did. So he was upset. He was like, I deserved these upvotes. What's going on here? So the guy's very protective. Even though his video is number 10 on trending, gets millions of views, and isn't affected at all by Vlogging Through History, uploading a 50-minute video, adding additional context and opinions about his own flag rankings. Yeah, apparently he decided not only take it down, not only claim the revenue, but also strike the channel multiple times. And if you strike a channel 3 times, it deletes the entire channel. So again, just for clarification, if I upload a video of just me re-uploading a song on YouTube, they can claim the revenue. They don't strike your channel. But with him, because it was his video, he decided to strike the channel and potentially get it removed off of YouTube, which is quite extreme. So yeah, that's just my thought on that. Anyways, not to start, yeah, not to be dramatic about it, but yeah, it's
not to dwell on that. We're here to look at the pretty fall colors, and then I'm here to kick some British ass, you know.
There we go. So you are swinging. Oh, you have efficient infantry. Oh, they're cavalry. I was not prepared to fight you, Fun Police. I forgot you're using efficiency and all this stuff. I forgot your cavalry strats too. Are you going to dismount them and shoot?
We will see.
We will see, yeah. So you can dismount the cavalry now. That's also new, if you guys haven't played in a while.
Oh, the British are so scared to fight. There's so much range drill.
Yeah.
It's like everything just hits like a freight train.
Okay, I took 1 hit. You blocked my cavalry movement, which is fine. Oh, thank you, Indian Dude, for another 10. Would you do videos on African history? Dude, I think I want to do a video on the Ethiopian Civil War that happened, that I think there's the latest Wikipedia link I was looking at, happened in like 2018 or something. So I thought that was very interesting, what's going on over there. So in terms of African history, I might even look at modern African history, which I think is not covered very much.
Hussars. Line infantry.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Line infant foot guards. 12-pound field Howard. Line infantry. Line infantry. Line infantry. Line infantry. Rifles. Line infantry.
Okay, I think I did everything I can do.
At once.
Be cool to reuse the Eastern Theater map, but flip it on its head and have the British invading from the north or something. Just to do reusing some of the campaigns, but just making them alternate history scenarios would be cool.
Yeah, that would be definitely very cool. Because I like that the game's willing to be a little ahistorical when it needs to be. Like with the Japanese, I'm so excited for the European brawl that's happening.
That one's cool. That's a tough campaign too. I spent a day where I spent 12 hours testing campaigns, and oh damn, that was a bad charge on me. They play the little charge horn too when they go in though.
So nice.
The European AI in the Japanese campaign can conquer the map faster than any other AI can in any of the other campaigns. So after 12 hours of testing, usually if you don't do anything, you don't move a single unit, you don't recruit, you don't play, you just end your turn, the AI can win the entire campaign in 10 turns if you don't oppose them. The Shimonoseki, or 11 turns I think. The Shimonoseki, I think they did in 8 turns, which is really fast to do that 8 turns, but in the entire campaign. So that one's very tough, for sure.
Rifles. Hussars. Line infantry. Foot guards. Line infantry. 12-pound field Howard. Rifles. Line infantry.
We need Qing. I was thinking of adding, you know what, Sebastian? Qing would actually be fine to add because you have the Boxer Rebellion with the Heavenly Kingdom. So you could add the Heavenly Kingdom with the Qing Dynasty in one update. The reason I skipped considering that for the next DLC is because we just added Japan, which is very quantity-oriented. And if we added the Qing, they're going to be even more quantity-oriented. And then at that point, it's like, there's not enough variety. So for the next DLC, I wanted a quality faction, so I'm leaning on Sweden, because I wanted something higher quality, and not to just have every new faction be a quantity. Because the Civil War factions are based on quantity, and so are the Japanese ones too.
Yeah.
Lucas, the voice actor for the British, is the same guy who did the tutorial.
There's a lot with the Qing Dynasty. Like another one is potentially the what is it? Taiping Heavenly Kingdom.
Yep, the Taiping Rebellion.
That'd be the double for like a big.
Yeah, I misspoke. That's what I meant to say. Yep. Opium War also is appropriate. You just have British against China against the Qing. So there's your 2 campaigns. If you added China, you have one campaign which would be the Second Opium War where they landed troops, and then the second campaign would be the Taiping Rebellion with the Heavenly Kingdom. So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it all just comes down to making the rosters because there's nothing on the Taiping. There's just nothing. But that's
the only thing I'll say, like, this game is like, obviously I'm very excited to release it. We worked very hard on it. For the last week, I have worked from 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning just working on this game. I think it's so niche, though, that like even on our release day, it's hard to get 100 players even playing on our biggest update on our release day. I think for the future, I think we're looking at like 30 people playing the game on average, which is just not enough. If 30 people support a DLC, 30 people buy a DLC, that's just not enough for me to spend tens of thousands of dollars on it. You need to be having thousands of players. So I think it's, before we get excited about DLC, it's just a matter of like, I don't know how much longer the game's necessarily supported for. But we'll see. I just wouldn't get excited about that stuff because I think the game, it's run its course in terms of how big the player base is going to get. No matter how many times I update, how much content I add to it, it's going to stay as a niche, like, wargaming game, which I think the people who play it really like it. I think the people who give it a chance really like it. But the amount of times I've heard, oh, it's tile-based, turn-based, I'm not touching it, I think that automatically puts a lot of people off, which is fair enough. So I think it's just not the type of game that is going to get a lot of support if it's just not... it's just not very popular, I think.
No, I definitely understand that. I think it's very reasonable to, like, you know, it's like the game's got to be successful before you do anything big.
Like a bunch of DLC and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping it gets big. I'm definitely rooting for it. It'd be very cool to see this game take off and be a massive success.
Oh, I charged while being bogged down. That's funny. Charged through the bogged down forest. Down? No, you left it bogged down. I pursued you through a bogged down tile.
Ah, I see.
Which is, you know, it's whatever. The thing, Luigiano, better to be niche than to be AAA recycled trash. AAA is getting like 10,000 players or 100,000 players, and indie is getting like 1,000 players or 2,000 players. If we have like 30, then it's not better to be niche to the point where you have 30 people to... I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just giving you guys the justification. If I decide not to add a bunch of new content to the game for years to come, if the game isn't... If there's just not the interest, then we physically couldn't do it. So it'll be entirely dependent on the people playing. If a lot of people play, then we add more. If not, then we just do patches, and that'll be that. Either way, I think the game got so much content today that I think anybody who plays it after today is going to be pretty satisfied with what's in the game.
Line infantry. Hussars. 12-pound line infant foot guards. Line infantry. 12-pound field howitzers. But once.
You're not niche, it just needs exposure. The thing is, you get exposure from not being niche. If a game's too niche, then it doesn't get exposure. That's the issue. So if I try to pitch this to YouTubers, if I send out 100 emails, I might get 3 responses from people genuinely interested in a game of this genre. So I've done my outreach and stuff. It's just difficult to find people for the game, I would say.
Irish.
Physical board games, dude, I'm not... Yeah, that's even more niche. There's no way. The YouTube channel is expensive enough to barely maintain. Right now we're struggling trying to find sponsors and to get views with the channel. To try to put a board game in production, there's no way that I would ever be able to do that. There we go. Yeah, I think you've already beat me, Police, just by charging. I didn't keep my range with you. It was a tough map too, because I'm choked in.
This map's not very favorable for
Britain, maybe it would have been if I sat right outside the forest, so you had to funnel in one lane, or the far left and far left, and I could have held the flanks.
You got up close and personal.
Yeah, I got too close.
Hussars. Line infantry.
Our national units reskinned or with the same stats. Every single unit in the game was like handcrafted to be unique. So every faction has a playstyle, every unit, almost all the units are unique, and all the uniforms are also made from scratch too. So nothing is recycled about this at all. Every faction's like a whole different game, pretty much.
Yeah, like the US is like very quantity based. Like they don't have any like negative traits on them, but they have low cohesion. Meanwhile, Britain, on the other hand, is all about like shooting, you know.
Yep.
And they play very differently, all of them.
Yeah, you get these traits on the units here. Like this is range drill. This range drill trait is like a faction-wide trait. All the units get it. Usually in a faction, like 1 or 2 units get it, but because the British are unique, they get it on all their units, but that makes them very expensive, so they're a small quality faction. The US, on the other hand, they get 3 cohesion, which is this blue bar that pretty much determines how many hits you can take before you take permanent damage. Almost all of their units have 3 cohesion instead of the normal 4. So every unit has something weird about it that's different from the other that can make it unique. That'll also affect the pricing and the playstyle of each faction too. And we spent hours and hours and hours making every single faction feel completely different from each other.
Yeah, they stand out quite a lot nowadays. Like, all of them play very uniquely.
Here it is. Here's the killing blow. Ouch. And we run away, and we lose the game. Here it is. Oh, man, and the artillery, too.
Yeah, that artillery on the hill's been doing...
How many times are you going to shoot this unit, this poor unit? I've already lost.
Spain was an option for, like, a single nation, but it just wasn't as popular as, like, Sweden or Poland.
Yep.
They'd probably be, like, a middle ground faction.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to lean into quality or quantity because we have so many relative to Europe, if we're adding, like, Zulu or China or whatever... they are the real quantity. So for Spain, I would just make them like average. I wouldn't make them quality or quantity, but I just give them a lot of skirmishers and guerrillas and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Qing dynasty would be like the most bootleg spam nation in the entire game because it's just like it's like millions of soldiers when other armies are like 500,000 or something. Like the Taiping killed like 5 million.
Yeah,
or
it's
10 million.
insane.
Like bigger than World War I.
Yeah, or close to it. What were the numbers on that? Let's see. Taiping Rebellion and then World War I.
Yeah, the game probably won't be on mobile.
20 to 30 million. Jesus.
Oh my god, yeah.
And this is 5 million and 4 million. So I think more people may have died, but this also includes civilians. So pretty much a World War I happening in Asia at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
60 years before, so.
And what year was this? 1850 to 1864. Okay. So that fits the time period of the game very well as well.
Yeah, no, like if you guys ever do China, then Taiping would be the main thing. And then you'd have like Opium Wars as like the secondary campaign.
But yeah, updates out live for everybody to have fun with now. All the campaigns are out now, and the scenario battles are pretty cool too. I like the scenarios. You can go from, they're like missions now, so you have like mission trees that you go down to fight through. So this one's locked for me because I still have to beat Fredericksburg, for example.
Yeah, the single player is way better.
Like, yeah, I think it's much better now.
I've been here since like day 1 of the game going public, and like before it was only multiplayer, and now like there is so much single player content. Like I remember back when it was like 3 scenarios was the single player content.
There were 3 scenarios and that was it. And the Crimean War.
Multiplayer. Yeah.
And it had a broken Crimean War campaign, that was it.
Yeah,
now there's 8 campaigns and scenario battles.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so there's a lot more for people that aren't looking to dive into multiplayer, and it just helps to make the game like well-rounded. You know, like even if the game never gets super popular, you know, you can at least go play the single player content now.
And they're mentioning like Squire. I don't think the only guy I think I can get to play this is maybe like Pixelated Apollo, because he's been nice to me. He likes me, I think, a little bit at least. So I could probably get him to play it one more time. I've reached out to other YouTubers though, and I think it's just not their type of game. I think it's just too niche. So I don't think it'd be smart to be optimistic that YouTubers are going to pick it up and stuff. I think the community that we have now is pretty much what we have. We have some creators within the community, but I don't think we're ever going to get a big YouTuber or even a medium-sized YouTuber to cover. I don't think it's just the type of game that is going to get coverage.
Yeah, I'm I would say one of the more...
Yeah, Fun Police covers it. He's our biggest creator right now.
Yeah, and I have 1,000 subscribers,
yeah.
so... But... You know, maybe that'll change. Maybe that will change. I remain a little optimistic.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I've...
Maybe.
Yeah, you need to cover our new artillery update as well.
Yeah, well, I did cover that, but I'm planning on doing nation guides. I'm actually working on those right now. So every nation I'm gonna cover, and
that's cool.
Hopefully people will find it useful.
And I'm pretty much done with the major part of the balancing. Like, I think it's pretty good as it is.
That's what I've waited on, because like I did, I think, a French one months ago, but then like cavalry got reworked, and then artillery got reworked, and then more balance changes. So, but now it should hopefully be like these are, you know, pretty good to keep around.
Yeah. As far as advertising through YouTube Shorts, probably not. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that would be good. I don't know. We'll see. Again, guys, I've sent out the emails. I've sent out like 100 emails for the release before. So any of the channels you guys mentioned, I probably have already reached out to. And a lot of those guys, if it's not AAA Total War or it's not AAA Paradox style game, it's going to be difficult convincing them to try out a turn-based niche wargaming tabletop game. That's just difficult. But it is how it is. There's no... We shouldn't rely on that to pick up the game. The one thing I do think is... Alternate History Hub, if he makes his video, an entire dedicated video that covers a portion of the game, I think that could be pretty big. Every time he shouted out something that I do, it's like he gives the biggest shout outs. So that would be pretty cool. I don't think Drew Durnall would. I don't think... You guys could throw out a million YouTube channels. I don't think any of these guys would cover it. I'd be pleasantly surprised if I saw them do it, but again, I don't think we can rely on that. I will stream the game maybe once a week for at least like a month or two, now that it's out. I think Brandon F. also said he's going to do a campaign playthrough on live stream, so that's cool of him, and he's a history YouTuber. But again, I've reached out to most of these guys anyways, so... Alright, is there anything else you guys want to see? I think it's 10 o'clock now. I haven't eaten today, so I may go eat.
I'm actually going to head out, so...
Yep.
Fun hanging out, you know.
Thank you for beating me as the Union.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just keeping the tradition of kicking the British ass.
Yeah.
But, alright, I'll see you around, Griffin. Goodbye.
Alright, see ya. Alrighty, lads. Yeah, I think I'll do a stream this weekend. Do you guys want to stream on like Saturday or something? I could do a campaign if you guys want to see a campaign. We could do a challenge too. I think it'd be fun if like I have to do a campaign, but I have to delete half my armies, or I have to play the Crimean War, but I have to delete all the armies besides the Ottomans or something like that. I think it'd be fun to do a challenge with the campaign. Since I designed it, obviously I'm going to have an advantage, but if you kneecap me and I got to do the campaign with a restriction, or like imagine the European invasion, but I have to delete all my starting forces besides one. Like, you guys could come up with the restrictions, and I could play by those and see if I can win it, and I think that would be fun. And then I can name divisions and units after you guys, too, and we can all do it interactive, so I think that would be fun. And maybe before, at the start of the stream and the end of the stream, I could do a few quick matches against you guys, too, so there's some interaction. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday would be fun.
Louisiana Tigers, Hampton's Brigade.
Yeah, depth of field's a little finicky on hills. You can do like this, and it kind of messes it up. But as long as you keep a little bit of distance, then it's fine. But yeah, if you guys support the game, if you're there for the streams, if you join our Discord channel, if you pick the game up, that's all very helpful. I appreciate the support. And hopefully we get a couple videos made about the game now that it's out. We'll see. But again, yeah, I appreciate it. And I'll head out now. Thank you guys for joining me. And I'll see you probably this weekend. All right.